everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Opening week in the NFL is an exciting time for everybody, including these two teams here today. It's the Lions going up against the Cowboys.
All right, we appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Dallas Cowboys. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. There he goes right side. And he's going to be marked down deep in Detroit territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line. Because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Bailey now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. Here's Stafford. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. This is Riddick on the screen. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And a screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Meanwhile, on the NFL scoreboard, a game going on in Chicago. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll start the drive with Elliott. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. They go to Elliott again. And some room to work. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They'll pitch it out to Elliott. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
So let me make sure I have this right. He's already found the end zone once, and now he's ripped off a big chunk of yardage here on this one. His confidence is awfully high. So now I've got to put myself in the shoes of the defensive coordinator. Do I go ahead and sell out to try and stop him and force him to do something different? Or do I risk him having a big monster day against my defense?
They go play action here on first down. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That'll be a gain of 11, and that'll make it a second down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with the run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach, and incomplete. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep is the former Seahawk, Golden Tate. And the play clock's running down. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Lions will take over at the 20. And to give this time to the tailback. And nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And in position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
I know it's the first half, but it's still hard to curb the enthusiasm for that stop. 3rd and 1, and the offense can't get there. The defensive team has got to feel very good about themselves. Great job out-leveraging the offense.
So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A give to Elliott running left. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Complete to Jason Witten. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Dak finding his tight end Witten, and the Cowboys have a 1st down. Now a handoff as they run left side. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing, Prescott. And that is incomplete.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance that they have any decision to make on 4th down. But things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
Around the NFL, 2nd quarter in Chicago. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. They run the counter now on first down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
They're in the second quarter now in Oakland. The Raiders have now taken the lead over the Broncos. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. On second down, here's Stafford. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. This is Elliott, and he'll take this one down to the 36. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So they are going to call on Dan Bailey here. His career long is 56 yards done in Seattle. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. Around the NFL, second quarter in Chicago. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. From the 50, it's Stafford. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So second and medium, 2nd and 5 now. Out of the gun, Stafford. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he's going to be out of bounds down to the 25. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. First down, Stafford here. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. And now here come the Cowboys. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Now he'll let it go deep left side. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports halftime report. Second quarter in Cleveland, and it's the Browns out to the early advantage. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And he'll give it here to his running back. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Here's Stafford now on second down. Caught right side, Tate. A big hit. Knocked down sideways, right there around the 35-yard line. The Lions on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And now running right through it. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
Looking to throw on second down. Stafford. And his throw is incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And now it's 3rd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing is Stafford. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. They snap it to Stafford. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
Now Elliott. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Elliott, toss right. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Third and short yardage. Prescott. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. 9 yards on the play and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. From the pistol, here's Elliott. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 24-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Around the NFL, they've gone to the 3rd in Cleveland. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Play clock winding down. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Prescott from the gun. Throw right side, complete to Williams. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll try again with Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own side.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On first down, it's Stafford. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Second down here after the incomplete pass. To throw again, Stafford. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he is knocked down from the side, right around the 31. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10. Stafford. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Lions on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Stafford looks to throw again. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Oh, and now he bowls him over. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. In a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Now, that was kind of interesting. It appears this coaching staff really trusts this rookie early in his career. They want to get him a touchdown here in his NFL debut.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
To throw on 3rd down. Stafford. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one, and I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
On the counter, Elliott. And an alley to run. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Elliott. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give them 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over this entry mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And some room to roam. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at Week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in Week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Bailey now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Ten yards still left on second down. Throwing again. Stafford. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 28. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Lions on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And the third down pass falls incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact. Able to jar it free from him and force a fourth down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, pass the sticks, first down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Flushed out right. And that is caught. He's got his running back downfield. And now running right through it. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. What a decision to go for it on 4th from their own territory, and it pays off. 54 yards. Zone now. Stafford. And pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. The Lions on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. They are, by the way, into the 4th quarter now in Oakland. Raiders continuing to roll. They have opened their lead even further. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Now it's 2nd and 7. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some space here. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Any team that successfully runs a toss play cannot do it with an offensive line that can't move. You've got to have mobile players, especially those tackles, who can move laterally and seal the edge in order for the back to get upfield.
They'll run with Elliott. Space to maneuver at the 40. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's 30 yards now in the last 2 plays. Back-to-back 15-yarders, and they're rolling. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They'll run it now out of the gun. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here at 2nd and 12. Now a handoff as they run left side. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Now Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. Going deep here for Bryant. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. A win would be their first of the young season. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Stafford on 1st down. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 24 yards. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. One last throw here for Stanford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jeff Heath. Will write a finish to this ball game. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Dallas, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.